this week's hunt, we're taking you guys to the most eastern point of Canada, the island of Newfoundland, for a week-long woodland caribou hunt. The weather is nice, the game is plentiful, and the food is delicious.
Welcome to Newfoundland.
Newfoundland is home to 35,000 woodland caribou and is the last place in North America where you can legally hunt them. The island hit its maximum carrying capacity in 1995 with 94,000 animals. With limited resources to sustain such a large population, it plummeted to just 32,000 in 2015. Today the population is stable and growing. And to maintain a healthy herd that does not experience such high density fluctuations, hunting is being used to manage the population and keep them at sustainable levels. Our guide on this trip is Corey Schnook.
From Britain, Newfoundland, and I've been guiding at Caribou Pond now for around 14 years.
He makes his living guiding hunts on the land and harvesting fish from the sea. And aside from his accent, which I can't understand half the time, he's a pretty great guy to be around. We just got into Caribou Pond Lodge, and Boyce, the owner, drove us in. We had about an hour and a half drive to get in here with truck and then quad on a bunch of dirt roads and trails. And we just showed up to the grounds and it looks beautiful. They got a cabin here for all the guests, and then they got another cabin out there for the guides. The whole place is powered with solar and then also a backup generator. And the grounds here, we're right on the edge of Caribou Pond itself. So really stunning view of the lake, and it's a real nice spot. Now this week, we're here for 6 days of hunting, and we got a woodland caribou tag. And apparently there's really high density of caribou in this area, so we should have no trouble getting that. And then once we're done with the caribou, we also have a Shiras moose tag. So I think that based on our conversations with the guide Corey and Boyce, we should be in for one heck of a week, and I'm real excited to get going here. Okay, so it's just after 7 o'clock, and we just had about an hour quad ride into this area here, and today we're going to be hunting in just a real big bog. We're going after caribou first. He said we could see moose and caribou in this area, but he knows of a real nice bull caribou back here, so we got about a 1.5 kilometer hike in there, and we're just going to kind of sit all morning. It's nice and cold this morning. It's overcast, it's raining, so the animals should be moving quite a bit. And for the last week and a half, it's been a full moon and it's been really hot. So now there's almost no moon and it's cold, so the animals should be moving good. We're in for a really good week. We just got out to the bog. We got a bull moose here at about 180 yards. Maybe a 30-inch bull or something.
sign. Starting off good. So we're walking on these bogs. And you gotta be real careful because when you get to some places, there's like nothing underneath the moss except water. So when you step on it, if you don't step in the right spot, you can just sink right in there. And we actually found a dead head of a cow moose. And Corey was just telling us all about it, where he knows the story of that cow moose. He came in here a couple of years ago, and the cow was just in the swamp, dead. She got stuck there because she fell in, and eventually scavengers picked her off. And I just found her dead head there. But gotta be careful when you're out here. Alright, well, it's about 4:30 now, and we just saw our first caribou. Looks like it's a cow. Pretty far away, about a 1.5 kilometers, 2 kilometers away, but it just kind of came out slightly into the bog and then fed back in there, so we just seen its butt. Nice white ears, nice color on it, and good to see that they're moving at least. Like I say, it's only 4:30, so we still got lots of time left in the day. It's nice and warm now too, sun's coming out, so hopefully more start moving. Like to see a nice big bull or stag, as Corey here calls it.
When you're glassing a bog this size, looks can be deceiving. At first glance, it may appear to be a big flat hunk of land, but as we soon came to find out, it's not. When this bull popped up seemingly out of nowhere, 125 yards in front of us, and he was heading straight for us. Now, if there's one thing I learned about caribou on this trip, it's that they don't have great eyesight. So if you're wearing anything light gray or white, they will come straight in to investigate. In this case, the wind was in our favor, and he came into about 10 yards. He was snorting, grunting, and displaying his dominance, thinking we were another caribou. Now, of course, being this close, I had to have some fun with him, and so I stood up and headed straight for him, doing my own display of dominance. And we got so close, I thought we were about to lock antlers and have a sparring match. This is pretty amazing. First time getting in close to a legal bull. You know, he's legal, we could take him. It's not quite the size of bull that we're after, but definitely amazing to see. Well, it's just after first light, morning of the third day out here, and just a perfect morning. It's dead calm this morning. It's cold, there's frost on the ground. First frost of the season. And it looks like it's gonna be a beautiful day today. It's gonna be plus 16 at midday, so. Really hoping to see some caribou here. We're in a giant slough. This thing's like 10 kilometers long. So we're just gonna kind of walk it. Hopefully intercept some crossing caribou. And they said in the last couple of weeks, the moose rut has just been completely off because of all the heat and the full moon. So now there's no moon, it's cold. Should be really good for the moose to be walking around too. So just might run into a bull caribou or a bull moose. But I'm really looking for that caribou here this morning.
It is beautiful.
So, where are we going?
We're gonna go over the ridge here.
Yeah.
And get up around the pond, cut across, so we can get more elevation looking down over.
So it just drops off over that?
Drops off, then you see further down the bog, right?
Okay.
Come up from down there, hopefully. Pass right by us. The right one we need.
You just got to have 37 points. That's it. That's all we're asking
I thought
for.
you said 36.
37.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting a little higher every day. We better get that one up to 40 before we know it.
Okay, so we got at least 2, maybe 3 caribou just about a kilometer up. One looks like a young bull. Not sure if the other one's a cow or a bull. It's feeding over a bit of a hill, so we're going to cover some ground here, try and close the gap about 500 yards or so, get in closer and get a better look at them. Yeah, as soon as we started coming up on them, we're still like 900 yards or so, and the little bull started chasing that cow. Just watched them run across the skyline there and into that black spruce, so they're gone, but there's no big bull in there anyway, so we're going to keep on pushing. Got about another kilometer to go here until we get to this nice ridge where we should be able to sit and have a real great vantage point here for the morning. We're just sitting out here in the marsh, enjoying our morning, and we got a real nice cow moose here just coming out to say hello. She's just kind of coming out to check us out. She just spotted us about 150 yards behind us. The moose rut is on right now, so hopefully she's a cow in heat. Might be a bull following her up there in the next hour or so. We have a bull moose tag and a bull caribou tag, so we'll see what happens here. But good sign in the morning. This bog's active. We're gonna stick her out here for another few hours and hopefully we see a nice bull come through. It's about 10 o'clock now, and got a cow caribou coming up over the ridge. She's pretty far away. She's kind of near our bikes, a kilometer and a half or so away. But we're just kind of waiting to see. There might be another bull or some more cows following her. It's just like rolling hills, so we kind of just lose it and then it comes back up. But beautiful looking animal. I like the look of these caribou. You know, they got the white and they fade into the brown. They're just absolutely really gorgeous looking. So cool to see. They're just such pretty animals. You know, a bull or not. Just an experience like this is worth the trip. Just coming out, getting to see them do their thing. Just watch them. That's what I love. That's why we do this. Just be able to experience wildlife and nature. Doesn't get much better than that.
As the morning sun burned off the clouds, the temperature rose to 15 degrees, and the animals bedded up for the afternoon. We decided to take this opportunity to go do some exploring, so we jumped on the quads and hit the trails. Now, Newfoundland gets almost 4 feet of rainfall per year, so if you like playing in the mud, you can imagine how fun these trail rides can be. The old overgrown logging roads were covered in grouse, and fortunately, we brought the Camp 12 gauge along for the ride. We're gonna go see if we can knock some down and get a little lunch real quick.
They were right here in this tree. If we go walk here around here, I'll be able to pick them up.
He's right there in that tree. There's 2 of them in the tree.
There was one back there, one down there that I shot, and then there was one right here. Oh, look, it's right here, right in front of us. Ready? Right there. Look at the tip of my barrel. Looks like we got 3. Good job. Lunchtime. All right. That's all 3. 1, 2, 3. I like this. You know, midday like this, just take a little stroll, go get some grouse, and we can cook these up for lunch. Makes it a lot easier with the 12 gauge though. You just shoot above the head, so a couple pellets hit it in the head, because you don't want to hit that thing in the breast with a 12 gauge, because there won't be much meat left on the bird. We spotted a bull and cow caribou up on the ridge, and they're just kind of trotting in here on us, coming straight in at us. Still haven't caught our wind yet, but they're in pretty close. It's a young bull and a cow. The Cheese set up his helmet down there. You can see that white patch. This caribou look like they're headed right for it. You can just hear them grunting, snorting. Well, it's getting a little bit dark, so I'm gonna head back to the quads and gonna try again in the morning. Saw a couple caribou today, but nothing that we're ready to take at this point. So tomorrow we're gonna head into a whole new bog, and hopefully we can run into one.
It's now morning of day 5, and we decided to switch things up a bit and hunt Caribou Pond by way of boat. Over the years, Corey has successfully harvested multiple caribou on the pond by slowly driving the boat around the edge of the lake and intercepting caribou on the shoreline.
So we're on the east side of the lake right now, just going around these little islands. As they said, a lot of times you'll catch caribou swimming back and forth between the islands.
The caribou like to swim out to the islands at night and sleep there to avoid predators. So if you make it on the water early, you have a great chance at seeing them cross. To avoid making too much noise, and to make sure that we were following the Newfoundland hunting regulations, we would drive the boat up to an inlet, then raise the motor and paddle in. On our 4th inlet, we paddled around a corner and spotted a bull and cow grazing on the shoreline.
So we got a couple caribou here on shore. One bull and one cow. Bull's just over 100 yards. He's not a giant, but we haven't been seeing much caribou, and it's our last morning, so I'm gonna take him. You on them both, Cheese? Okay, I'm gonna take them here, just wait for them to stop.
Oh, you donked them good, man. You dunked them good, man. Oh, yeah.
Whew. Oh, man.
Perfect.
That was
Perfect
nice.
shot.
He just dropped.
It's clean. That's the way to do it. That's
Yeah.
the way I like seeing it do it.
Whew. Put him to sleep. Yeah. Oh, first caribou. Newfoundland bull. I'm excited. Like I said, he's not a giant, but we've been working real hard this week and we haven't been seeing too much. So we got a nice bull on the ground and I couldn't be more excited. Wanna go check him out?
Let's go check them out, buddy.
Oh man. Look at this bull. What a beautiful animal. Thank you. I'm gonna put this guy to good use. He should still be a real good eater. First ever woodland caribou.
Just an absolute beautiful animal. All right, Corey, well, we've had a heck of a good week, man. We've been out here pounding the sloughs really hard and all these big bogs, and we finally this morning decided to switch it up, hit the boat, and we got her done, man. So thank you very much for all the hard work. I really appreciate it.
Now that we have our bull on the ground, it's time to get the guts out and the tags on. Newfoundland has a 5-tag system to tag its caribou, one for each quarter and one for the jaw. The jaw is then sent out to the biologist so they can have a better understanding of where, when, and how old the caribou are when they're harvested. Already as we're riding back to camp in the boat, getting soaked by the waves, my mind is turning to the lunch I'm gonna whip up for all our new friends back at the lodge.
These are getting a little rough out here. Newfoundland!
Now Clyde, the lodge chef, took pride in cooking some amazing meals that week. So it was my turn at bat, and I had some big shoes to fill. So I went for an old classic. I seasoned up the tenderloins with some coffee rub, wrapped them in bacon, and drizzled on some maple syrup. I then wrapped them in foil before tossing them on the barbecue for 20 minutes at 300. The last step was to peel off the foil and then throw them back on the barbecue for 10 minutes until the bacon got crispy and the inside was medium rare. Now that we're all sitting here, many of us tasting caribou for the first time, it feels like the hunt has come full circle, from field to table. And I want to thank everyone at Caribou Pond for the amazing week, and I'm already looking forward to coming back next time.
All right, everybody, thanks a lot for watching this week's episode. If you did like the episode, make sure to hit us with a like down below, and also leave us a comment, let us know what you thought. And if you guys want to keep up with our daily activities, make sure to go check us out on Instagram or Facebook. Follow us at the Alpine Carnivore, and you'll see all the behind the scenes stuff that goes on in putting these shows together. So we'll see you guys on next week's show.
Next time on Alpine Carnivore.